Gold. It's captivated everyone, from kings to Bond villains. But unless it's jewelry, most of us just don't get our hands on the stuff. One man keen to capitalise on that is the CEO of Tally Money, Cameron Perry, who is now offering his workers the chance to switch from pounds to pence to gold.
First of all, I just wanted to ask you, why gold?
Well, really the journey for Tally was we needed to design a better form of money than what the mainstream money is, which is fiat currency, which is debt-based. And because that has some systemic problems with it, and one that people feel a lot is the devaluation that goes on constantly through inflation. So that devaluation by design, that made, really it was trying to design a better form of money. And if you're going to design something that's accountable to something, it needs to have an anchor. And you know, gold historically has been chosen for good reason as a fantastic anchor to a money supply. And so that's why we use gold. It's really easy to understand. Everybody in the world understands that it's valuable, this type of thing.
The UK job market is red hot right now, with graduate salaries up 7% this year alone. So will Cameron's offer glitter for prospective employees, or will it just attract gold diggers?
What do people think about this? Almost, in a sense, is it a gimmick? Are they keen to be paid in it?
Well, we wouldn't force anyone to be paid in it, because it does take a little bit of a while for the common sense of it just to resonate through and for people to feel comfortable. And, you know, and I should reiterate, you're quite right, it can fluctuate, you know, a little bit. So if you're really living hand to mouth, it's probably not the answer. But if you're just dealing in Tally, you're dealing in a very easy to understand thing. Every unit of currency has the value of 1 milligram of gold.
Cryptocurrencies have seen huge growth in recent years, but lately they appear to be losing some of their luster. So will Tally go for gold or come out in last place?
Apart from being hard to understand how it derives its value and that it's volatile, it's also very clunky to use. So one important thing with Tally is that you get an everyday account, you get a debit card. You use it just as you use money at the moment, and that's quite important if you're going to introduce a new product, to put it in a familiar environment.
Tally's obviously your platform. It's been your brainchild. Is this just a massive PR stunt, Cameron?
Well, I suppose if we're designing a better, well, we have designed a better form of money and it protects and benefits the account holder rather than the financial institution. And it got some PR around the fact people are getting paid in gold, but as we've discussed, they're not getting handed chunks of bullion or anything. They're getting paid in a currency that represents the value of gold that we vault on their behalf. This is one of the things that we need: competition in money. If you consider that money is just a product, as a society, we shouldn't be stuck in a monopoly of this one product that hasn't had any innovation for the last 50 years. I don't know of any other industry where they've got a leading product and there's no innovation on it for 5 decades. That's some of the problems with monopolies, right? So competition, you know, leads to better outcomes for consumers. Tally's all about choice. A lot of people will choose to stay in pounds, which is fantastic, but because of Tally, they can choose that rather than be forced to because there's no choice.
So for many, this will not be the right choice, but for some, it will have a real glittering appeal. Bloomberg's Golden Girl, Leanne Gerrans.